What up, YouTube? How is everybody? I hope good. Yay, I'm here. Woo. I'm here today with a video on how to contact your spirit guides. I think that a lot of people, some people know about spirit guides and some do not. So I'm going to explain what spirit guides are. I'm going to explain how to contact them, kind of what they look like when they come to you, and the experience that you're going to have, and that more people need to tap into this because this is a resource that the higher above has given us to tap into to help us through challenging times in our life, and to guide us through whatever we're going through, and just they're there for our to be our friends too. So I apologize, I'm so thirsty today. I have no idea why. So let me get started. I am sure that you've heard someone talk about spirit guides and working with them. But if not, you may not know exactly what spirit guides are and why we are allowed to work with them directly. Spirit guides are our ancestors who have stayed with us after they've passed, to offer us their wisdom and guidance, and who have been assigned to us to make sure we are safe and well guided in our lives. Also, spirit guides can be the support of the divine that are here to help us through the rough times in life. So they're either our ancestors, or there's someone that you might have lost, say a friend, a spouse, something like that, are typically who our spirit guides are. Plus, they could be like a goddess. I know I have I can't think of her name now. I can't think of her name. I have like 2 or 3 goddesses that are my spirit guides also. So, I mean, there's just many different ones in different forms and stuff like that. What kind of guides do we have exactly? What do they do for us? They offer us intense guidance. They offer us protection. They teach us, and they mentor us. Can't talk today again. What's new? And if you are wondering how to recognize your spirit guides, well, they come in many different, like I said, in many different forms, and it just depends on who they're coming to. Like I see mine have animal heads, and I mean, it's just really weird. And some people see them in cartoon figures, and it just goes on and on and on. But once you see them in that form, you'll know, and then hopefully you can begin to meditate and then be able to talk to them, and so that will be pretty cool. And everybody can tap into their spirit guides. You don't have to be spiritual. You don't have to have gifts. Everybody has that option to tap into them. They also explained it to be beams of light that speak to them in words, or they will directly download the things they think they need to know directly to you or to me or whomever. Your spirit guides will do it to us. They also can be loved ones that have passed, or a comforting form that isn't scary to the person speaking to it. It wouldn't be scary to us. It comes in like a comforting type form, is what I'm trying to say there. And it won't be scary. It's not like what you see on TV. It's not what you would imagine, like this scary looking thing coming to talk to you, and you freaking out and stuff like that. I'm sure it is scary, because I know when I went through all of my stuff, I mean, there was times I would see like these floating heads. I mean, like literally people's heads cut off and they'd be floating in the air. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I literally thought I was losing my mind. I kept telling my mom, I'm like, Mom, I swear to God, I need to go to behavioral health. I swear I'm losing my mind. You should see the shit I'm seeing. My mom kept saying, no, you're okay. Just go with the flow. And I'm like, man, I must have done too many drugs in my life or something. I didn't know what the hell. And I kept seeing the devil, because my gifts are in the dark and the light, so I deal with really, not so nice, entities and stuff. And then I deal with, obviously in the light, which is a lot better. But I did see the devil a couple times, and I really would pray, and I'm like, please God, I'm sorry that I did all those drugs back in the day, and please forgive me, because I thought the devil was going to be able to get my soul and stuff. It was crazy. I literally thought I was losing it, and most people that were around me thought I was losing it too. So it can also look like a species that you admire, but simply it appears in a non-scary and a comfortable manner, so you can listen without being afraid to do so. Guides can also appear in an animal form, such as our spirit animals, because we all have spirit animals. And you know what I'm going to do? I'll do my next video. Well, not my next one, because I did already. I researched a whole bunch of stuff, so then I can just be on top of it. So, but I will, let me make a note of that, because I will forget. Spirit animals. So I can, animals. I'm sure a ton of people have done videos on it, but I'm going to do it again. So, let me see here. Are we all able to connect to spirit guides? I answered that, yes. But I suggest that you take some time to research it. Look into, exactly what it takes and what is going to, into more depth than what I'm going over, just so you're prepared. Because, we think that we're prepared for something like this, but sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. So, and learn exactly how to relax, stay calm, especially the first couple times. You need to meditate, and you really need to get your mind clear and just do that type of stuff, and just really prepare yourself for what is going to happen. And I'm not saying it's bad. It isn't. It really is not a bad experience. It's pretty cool, actually, but it's it's an experience that, unless you've had it before, that it is a little bit overwhelming, I will say. If you then try to contact your guides and have no luck, and you're left asking why, they said that 99%, they leave us, you try to contact them and you don't hear anything. You don't see anything or whatever. And you're asking yourself, well, why is it me that I can't contact them? They said everybody could contact them. Well, the thing is that they say that 99% is because you told them not to contact you. And, now that we're adults, and I'm assuming everybody, that's listening to me is an adult, we aren't as afraid of stuff as we were as a child. So can you imagine your spirit guides talking to you and you seeing them and you're like 6 years old? What would you do? You'd probably tell your parents first, and they look at you like, yeah, fucking right, you have an imaginary friend, whatever. Or, you start to talk to them, you start playing with them, and then after a while, you get sick of them, so you're like, please don't contact me anymore. Well, once you tell them not to contact you, they will not contact you. So what you need to do is you need to meditate on it, you need to pray on it, and then you need to open your mind, and then you need to contact them and let them know it's okay to contact you. And if that doesn't work, you need to keep doing it until they do. It should only take one time if you really clear your mind, and really meditate and, talk to God and tell them that, you want your spirit guides to be able to communicate with you and so on. So that's that. Let's say your guide spoke to you. Oh, I already said that. Spirits cannot violate your free will. So if you ever told them to stop talking to you, then that is what they are doing. So, and let me tell you, they really want to be able to respond, but aren't allowed to until you give them the green light to do so. Don't be afraid, as our guides are not out to hurt us. They are here to help us. Your guides are pretty much around us all the time. So if you want to talk to them, then just start talking and be patient for them to be able to respond. And I think I'll quit skipping forward. Know that it could be in a dream that they respond. It could be a soft voice that you're hearing. It could be in your intuition, it could be just in your mind. You need to know that they're going to communicate with everybody differently, and so everybody experiences it different. Well, not everyone. I mean, like say Joe down the street and I can hear him, or Jill next door and Leroy across the way. They communicate with him in dreams, and that's we can have our deceased loved ones contact us in dreams at any time. All we have to do is meditate on it and ask the higher above to please bring them, or ask that person to please come to us in our dreams, and they will. So, let me see here. Voice here without fear. You need to make sure that you are not going into this with fear or doubt. Fear it will cloud the whole thing, and doubt will do the same thing. You need to be calm. You need to not be afraid. They're not here to hurt us, like I said. They're here to help us. They're here to guide us. They're here to, protect us, or whatever they need to do, for us. Each person, I'm sure it's different. How can they communicate to you is what I meant to write. Intuition, gut instinct, dreams, speak directly to you, or show you things in your mind or through visions. That's how I get mine. I truly didn't know about the part of telling them not to talk to me, because I know I've had this since I was a kid, and I remember I used to hear them all the time, but I don't remember ever doing that. But I can't hear. That's the only gift I don't have. And at first I didn't want it because I thought it would be too overwhelming, but now I do, because I think it would really help me put my visions and everything all together without being so confused at times. So remember that even if you a little bit of fear, even if you have a little bit of fear inside yourself, this can block them from communicating. I just talked about that. Try meditating before contacting them to clear your mind and energy. And please know that once you do open up communication, it is real, and it will continue unless you decide to quiet them again, or quiet them for the first time. A lot of people do not believe this to be true, or their religion will tell them it's the work of the devil, which isn't true at all. Some just don't want to contact them, but it is extremely sad that more people are not tapping into this ability, this connection, because that's what they're here for. And they spend their life, your lifetime with us, and if you're not communicating with them, it's, why are they here then? So I just think that, I think people need to open their minds. It's not the working of the devil. It's God's work. God, he assigns them to us to protect us, to help us and guide us through life. When we make mistakes, they're there to support us. They're there to comfort us. And, as crazy as that sounds, it's not. So do it exactly like you'd ask anyone. Oh, this is, how do I ask my guides for advice? You do it like you would me. Say, if you needed advice from me, you would ask me. Well, you do the same with your guides. You would just literally ask them the same way that you would ask me. So if your guides communicate with you through dreams, I recommend that you keep a dream journal. And I recommend this for anyone anyways, because it's really cool. Because, if you wake up in the morning and you remember your dream, I would jot it down. I journal everything. I'm just a journal freak. I believe, I think it's a way to cleanse our souls, to, if you're stressed, if you're angry, if you're just overwhelmed, or you just have something, oh my gosh, Joe asked me out last night, and oh, we had such a great day, or whatever the hell it is, I recommend that even if you're don't communicate with the guides, to still keep a journal. And then I would keep track, on April 10th, 2020, I contacted my guides. This is what we talked about. This is what they showed me, it's really cool, and it's very, very interesting. And with some people, it's very important to know what they were showing you, because they will continue, like if you see visions like me, they'll continue to show you these visions on and on and on. So, let's see here. If by chance you do run across a bad entity during this time, the simple way to rid yourself of it is love. Love is the answer to everything. I just really throw this out with everything I do. Love is the answer. Love is the key. Tell them to leave and simply tell them of the light they are carrying with them, as they might have forgotten that they are a light energy. Tell them to look inside themselves and see the spark of the light that will force them to pull their attention away from you. And once they see the light, tell them to join the light of God. Tell them to go into the light, the source, the light of God. Make it clear that they do not have permission to speak to you or connect with you anymore, and send them into the light with love, kindness, and compassion. Don't ask or waste your spirit guide's energy on asking stupid questions like what the lottery, the winning lottery numbers are, because they're not going to give you the right ones, because the fact is you're not supposed to win the lottery right then. It's all in divine timing. If you're supposed to win it, it's when, the divine decides that you're going to win it, and you win it. So don't sit and waste, does Jill like me? They're going to tell you yeah, or they might tell you no. I mean, they're kind of, what I've noticed with mine is that my spirit guides have a personality a lot like mine. They cuss, they're fucking funny, they screw with you. I mean, it's, at times I'll be asking them something, they'll be telling me the wrong damn answer, and I'm like, you sons of bitches, Anyways, treat your guides with love, kindness, appreciation, and compassion. Tap into source that God gave us to help us through life, as we all know how stressful and hard life can be at times. So we really need to tap into them, because they will help us through those stressful times and stuff like that. And that's pretty much what I have. So I guess that's my video on spirit guides. I hope that it gave you some information that will help you tap into source, to be able to contact them. If you have any questions, please just comment below. We could always somehow chat on video, or we could email each other back and forth, whatever it takes to be able to help you contact your guides. It took me, I think it was 3 times. After the 3rd time, I was good to go. So, but it's taken me a long time to figure out who they were, and so, so on. But I think I have most of them figured out. I have my main one figured out for sure. So that makes me really happy. It's my great grandfather. I mean, my grandpa Jake. So, and that makes me really just, I don't know, he was one that, I didn't have the best upbringing. I didn't have the best parents. I didn't have the best, home life. But my great grandpa was always so loving and kind to me. So that really means a lot to me. It makes me emotional, actually. So I'll quit talking about it, because I don't think you want to see me cry today. Well, anyways, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go ahead and make another video after this. So don't think I don't ever change my clothes, because I do, definitely. I hope everyone is having a badass Saturday. You guys are enjoying the weather. It's starting to cloud up here, because we're supposed to get snow later. I wish you guys all a happy Easter tomorrow. Spend time with your loved ones, and just have a great day. Have a relaxing day. Eat lots of ham and deviled eggs and all that good stuff. So I'm sending much love, light, peace always, and kisses. Take care.